6 things. That's it. 6 things you need to do before 2026 begins and your entire financial year changes. Not resolutions, not promises. You'll forget by Jan 15th. 6 actual moves that separate people who talk about money from people who actually build it. Here's what nobody tells you about this time of the year. While everyone is winding down, planning for holidays, thinking, I'll figure out what I'll do about money in January, the people who quietly get rich, they're doing the opposite. They're making tiny adjustments right now that get 12 full months to compound. The correction made today has 365 days to work. The same correction in June, half the time, half the results. Most people won't even do this. Not because it's hard, because it's boring, because Netflix is easier, because next year always feels safer than right now. So in this video, I'm walking you through 6 exact moves. We will look at your real financial position, not salary, net worth. We will find money that quietly leaks every month, build an emergency fund that actually works, align investments with the next decade, structure money so taxes don't eat your returns, and set goals your bank account can actually follow. By the way, I'm Nikhil. I'm a chartered accountant by profession with nearly 2 decades of experience with EY, PwC, and one of India's top wealth management firm before launching my own startup. And this is Finicky, where I simplify money the same way I practice it. Stick with me till the end because the last step is the one most people completely miss and it quietly changes everything. So let's get into it. Step 1, do a brutal net worth reset. Before growing your money, know exactly where you stand. I've seen people earning 50 lakhs with a net worth of 10 lakhs and people earning 20 lakhs with a net worth of 80 lakhs. The difference isn't income, it's awareness. Net worth is simple. Everything you own minus everything you owe. But here's where it gets tricky. Your house isn't automatically an asset if EMI is strangling your cash flow. Your car, a depreciating asset. And what counts? ESOPs, mutual funds, PFs, crypto, cash, but only if you know the real value and liquidity. For Indians especially, net worth looks scattered. Some money here, some money abroad, some locked, some taxable later. This creates a dangerous illusion, feeling wealthy without having control. Before 2026, answer these 3 questions without any hesitations. How much do I actually own? How much do I owe and at what cost? And how much can I access in an emergency? If you are pausing to think, you are driving blind. Most people don't have money problem, they have clarity problem. Write everything down and decisions that felt confusing becomes obvious. Know your real net worth because when you finally see clearly, you will notice something uncomfortable. Where is money quietly disappearing every single month? Step 2, plug the silent money leaks. Your biggest problem usually isn't earning too little, it's usually leaking too much money. Money doesn't vanish automatically, it leaks. A lifestyle upgrade here, a forgotten subscription there, EMIs that feel affordable monthly but cost lakhs over decade. I know people who have earned well, invested consistently, but couldn't figure out why their net worth barely moved. If you audit expenses, then you'll suddenly realize maybe food delivery apps alone are costing more than 18,000 rupees monthly, and that's over 2 lakhs a year on convenience. 3 leaks categories kill net worth silently. First, fixed expenses that rise automatically. Rents, subscriptions, insurance, they don't ask permission, they just grow. 2, debt for lifestyle, not productivity. Car loans, gadget EMIs, credit card rollovers, comfort today, stolen flexibility tomorrow. And third, cost you have stopped noticing. Streaming apps, impulse shopping, small spends that compound into significant amounts. I'm not asking you to be frugal, be deliberate. Every unnecessary rupee leaving isn't just expense, it's future time you'll work to earn back. And if this is making sense so far, just hit the like and subscribe. It helps me keep this channel focused on content that actually helps people. Here's a key insight. You can't invest your way out of bad cash flow. Best mutual fund in the country won't help if expenses leak faster than investments grow. Which brings us to step 3, because even perfect cash flow collapses when income stops unexpectedly. Step 3, build a real emergency fund. Keep 3 months expense in savings. That advice is outdated. Jobs aren't predictable, layoffs happen fast, medical emergencies are expensive everywhere. A real emergency fund does 3 important things. protects your lifestyle, protects your investments, protects your mental health. For most people, that means 6 to 12 months of essential expenses. Rents, groceries, insurance, utilities, not vacations, not upgrades, just survival, not comfort. This money shouldn't chase returns, it should be accessible immediately without stress. Here's why this matters more than people realize. When emergencies hit without a buffer, people panic and sell investments at their worst time. They break compounding and rebuilding takes years. Once survival is covered, fear leaves. You invest rationally instead of emotionally. Step 4. Align investments with the next decade. The biggest mistake? Assuming the future looks like the past. Last decade rewarded aggressive risk taking. Next decade will be likely rewarding balance. Your portfolio needs to answer one simple question: what is this money meant to do? Growth money belongs in equity, it handles volatility. Stable money belongs in government securities and fixed income earning instruments. It protects. Opportunity money goes where risk doesn't scare you. For Indians, diversification matters more right now. Rising metal prices, volatile equities, growing underperforming stocks, overexposure doesn't make portfolios smarter, it actually makes them fragile. A good portfolio feels boring because boring actually compounds. Exciting explodes, but even well-built portfolios fail if taxes are ignored. It's not what you earn, it's what you keep. Step 5. Build a tax-smart structure. Two people, same income, same returns, completely different lives. The difference? Tax structure. Under India's new regime, income up to 12 lakhs is tax-free. But FD interest gets taxed at your slab, 20 or 30% for high earners. Equity mutual funds held over a year, just 12.5%, that too on gains above 1.25 lakhs. Short-term gains, 20% flat. Earning 1 lakh from FD versus 1 lakh from equity feels very different after taxes. Yet most people don't plan for this. One strategy people ignore: tax loss harvesting. Book losses and underperformers to offset gains from winners. Legally reduces or eliminates capital gains without changing your long-term goals. Over time, saves lakhs. Smart approach: spread income across buckets. Use interest for regular expenses, equity withdrawals for planned cash flow, and tax loss harvesting in volatile years. Tax planning isn't about this year, it's about designing efficient cash flow for decades. Step 6. Set clear, measurable goals. Most plans fail because goals are vague. Save more, do better financially. Sounds good? Gives money zero direction. Good goals have numbers. A 5,000 rupee monthly SIP, real goal. AMIs under 30% of your income, real rule. 6 months emergency fund by June, real target. Then automate everything. SIPs, bills, premiums, money move before you spend it. Willpower is actually unpredictable, unreliable. Automation actually wins. One rule that works when income increases: increase SIP, not lifestyle. Another: review goals once yearly, not every market panic. Small boring actions repeated consistently beat motivation every single time. You don't need to fix everything before 2026, but start one step at a time. Calculate your net worth, plug one leak, set one SIP, build 1 month of buffer. Small actions done early compound into big relief later. That's not motivation, that's math. Create a simple dashboard with Excel, Notion, Diary, whatever you're comfortable with, and start tracking incomes, EMIs, SIPs, emergency funds, and even net worth. When progress is visible, discipline gets easier. Comment which step you're going to start with. Want a dashboard template or a deeper breakdown? Subscribe and let me know. 2026 doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs you prepared. That's it from me. I'm Nikhil, and let's learn how to make your finances less tricky with Finicky. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.